Days of Our Lives Spoilers as J.J. Devereaux's suspicions about Gabi Hernandez potentially shooting E.J. DiMera lead to an explosive confrontation. J.J.'s accusations deeply anger Gabi, causing her to lash out and ultimately break off their relationship. As trust is shattered and accusations fly, viewers are left wondering if this betrayal will mark the end of their tumultuous romance, or if there's still hope for reconciliation. The drama began on a night steeped in turmoil. E.J. DiMera, Salem's controversial figure, was shot and left fighting for his life. With tensions running high, fingers were immediately pointed in several directions. But none drew more suspicion than Gabi Hernandez. After all, Detective J.J. Devereaux himself witnessed Gabi brandishing a gun at E.J. just days prior. In J.J.'s eyes, the dots connected all too clearly. Motive, opportunity, and an unsettling lack of an alibi. J.J., always committed to justice and truth, found himself caught between his duties as an officer of the law and his personal feelings for Gabi. Unable to silence his professional instincts, he reluctantly decided to confront Gabi directly. The stakes could not have been higher as J.J. approached Gabi, accusation heavy in his voice, betrayal already evident in his questioning eyes. The atmosphere between them quickly grew tense, the air thick with both suspicion and pain. Gabi, who had been fighting to leave her troubled past behind, immediately felt the sting of J.J.'s mistrust. She vehemently denied pulling the trigger, passionately arguing her innocence. Yet despite her heartfelt protestations, J.J.'s lingering doubts spoke louder than his words ever could. For Gabi, J.J.'s suspicion was more than just an insult, it was a profound betrayal, cutting deeper than any accusation from an enemy ever could. The confrontation escalated dramatically as raw emotions overtook reason. Unable to contain her anger and hurt, Gabi lashed out at J.J., unleashing the full force of her rage. How could he, of all people, the man who knew her best, believe she was capable of such violence? The argument quickly spiraled out of control, with both sides saying things they could never take back. In a fit of emotional devastation, Gabi made the painful decision to end their relationship right then and there. For J.J., the aftermath of this explosive encounter left him reeling. He had acted out of duty yet had lost the woman he cared deeply about in the process. With the truth still hidden and his heart heavy with regret, J.J. began to question whether he had made a terrible mistake. Could his assumptions have blinded him to another, more sinister truth? Meanwhile, Gabi, nursing her wounds and determined to clear her name, found herself wondering about the real circumstances surrounding E.J.'s shooting. She knew she hadn't pulled the trigger, but her presence at the scene was undeniably problematic. Quietly, she began retracing her steps from that night, searching for clues that might prove her innocence and restore her reputation. Yet, lingering in the back of her mind was a terrifying thought. Had she actually witnessed the real shooter, and had fear kept her silent? As days pass and tensions in Salem continue to mount, new evidence slowly comes to light, casting doubt on J.J.'s original theory. Whispers circulate about Kristen DiMera's potential involvement, while other hidden motives gradually surface, complicating the investigation further. The web of deceit and secrecy enveloping Salem tightens, with J.J. becoming increasingly desperate to right his wrong and win back Gabi's trust. But forgiveness may not come easily. Gabi's pride and sense of betrayal run deep, and trust, once shattered, is notoriously difficult to mend. Even as J.J. seeks reconciliation, attempting to rebuild what was so quickly destroyed, the question remains, will Gabi find it in her heart to forgive, or will the scars of this accusation prove too deep? In Salem, where secrets never stay buried and alliances shift rapidly, Gabi and J.J.'s future hangs precariously in the balance. Viewers are left on the edge of their seats, eager to discover whether truth and love will triumph over doubt and mistrust, or if the heartbreaking accusation has permanently fractured their chance at happiness. As the calendar turns to the week of April 14, 2025, Salem's tapestry of romance, intrigue, and family drama is richer than ever. Days of Our Lives has long been a sanctuary for devoted viewers, especially those who have grown up alongside the Brady, the DiMera, and the Horton families. This week, familiar faces return to stir the pot, old flames reignite, and devious villains plot in the shadows once more. Let us take you on a leisurely stroll through the week ahead scene by scene so you won't miss a moment of the magic unfolding on your favorite Peacock daytime drama. Sammy Brady's heartfelt homecoming. Alison Sweeney reprises her iconic role as Sammy Brady, the indomitable daughter of Roman and Marlena, whose roller coaster of emotions has kept us enthralled for decades. This week, Sammy embarks on a series of poignant reunions. Monday, April 14th, Sammy and Rafe Hernandez, portrayed by Galen Gehring, share a tender moment that harks back to the very roots of their on-again, off-again relationship. Viewers will recall their passionate romance, thwarted by kidnappings and family feuds, and wonder, can these two ever truly find peace together? Wednesday, April 16th, Sammy crosses paths with Kate Roberts, Lauren Koslow, her surrogate mother, confidant, and occasional tormentor. Their scenes always brim with witty banter and genuine affection. Watch closely for the subtle ways these two women lean on each other for support in times of turmoil. Friday, April 18th, a second meeting with Rafe promises deeper revelations. After years of dodged glances and half-spoken declarations, will Sammy finally lay her heart bare? Or will unforeseen obstacles threaten to pull them apart once again? For fans who remember Sammy's earliest days, her scheming ploys, her secret pregnancies, and her fierce loyalty, this week's episodes offer both nostalgia and the promise of new beginnings. Vivian Alamain's calculating comeback. No Salem storyline would be complete without a dose of villainy, and Louise Sorrell returns in grand style as the indomitable Vivian Alamain. Ever since her first appearance, cloaked in jewels and dripping with venom, Vivian has been the mastermind behind kidnappings, poisonings, and the occasional life-threatening surprise. Monday, April 14th, Vivian crosses swords with Philip Kiriakis, Jean-Paul Lavoisier, whose own family legacy of wealth and power makes him both a rival and a potential pawn. Expect sharp words, steely glares, and maybe even an offer that Philip cannot refuse, at least not without severe consequences. Thursday, April 17th, Vivian turns her attention to Xander Cook, Paul Telfer, Salem's once and possibly future playboy. Whether she's testing his loyalty or plotting to ensnare him in her latest scheme, Xander's charm may not be enough to save him from Vivian's machinations. Friday, April 18th, the week culminates with Vivian's icy interactions with Gabi Hernandez, Camila Banus, filling in for Alison Sweeney's dual-role schedule, and newcomer Sherry Jimenez. Watch for alliances forged in secrecy and betrayals that could shatter friendships. Vivian's scenes are always a masterclass in theatrical villainy. Louise Sorrell's commanding presence reminds us why we love to hate and occasionally secretly admire the schemers of Salem. The return of Orpheus. Salem's darkest shadows. Darkness descends on Salem when George Del Hoyo reappears as Orpheus, the mysterious figure whose alliances shift like quicksand. After vanishing into the shadows, Orpheus resurfaces to challenge Salem's stalwart heroes. Thursday, April 17th, Orpheus confronts Dr. Marlena Evans, Deidre Hall, and Steve Johnson, Stephen Nichols, in a showdown that crackles with tension. Marlena, the moral compass of Salem, and Steve, the rugged hero with a heart of gold, must join forces to thwart whatever twisted plan Orpheus has cooked up. This reunion of good versus evil harkens back to classic storylines where Marlena's compassion and Steve's courage were the only bulwarks against supernatural threats and human malice alike. As Orpheus's true motives come into focus, viewers will hold their breath to see whether Salem's defenders can prevail. Melinda Trask's subtle schemes. Finally, Tina Huang slips back into the role of Melinda Trask, the savvy and often underappreciated presence at the Salem Police Department. Melinda's intellect and dogged pursuit of the truth make her an invaluable ally and a formidable opponent to anyone with something to hide. Friday, April 18th, Melinda teams up with J.J. Devereaux, Casey Moss, and Sean Brady, Brandon Beamer, as they unravel a new mystery threatening the Brady family legacy. Will Melinda's meticulous detective work uncover a hidden clue? Can J.J.'s impulsive bravery and Sean's unwavering loyalty bring the puzzle to light before it's too late? In a town where secrets run deep and loyalties shift like desert sands, Melinda's steady hand offers a glimmer of hope. Her scenes remind us that justice, no matter how elusive, is worth fighting for. Why this week matters for longtime fans. Particularly those of us who remember when Days of Our Lives was a half-hour program airing in black and white, this week is a testament to the show's enduring appeal. Here's why. Legacy characters reign supreme. From Sammy Brady's emotional odyssey to Vivian Alamain's theatrical villainy, the return of these beloved and reviled figures underscores the show's commitment to its rich history. These are characters we've cheered, wept for, and argued about over Sunday dinners. Their stories are woven into the fabric of our own lives. New twists on classic themes, whether it's love rekindled, power struggles, or mysteries waiting to be solved, the core themes of Days of Our Lives remain as potent as ever. This week's episodes take familiar elements, star-crossed lovers, family feuds, moral dilemmas, and present them with fresh urgency. A community united by drama. For many viewers over 65, watching Salem's latest adventures is more than entertainment, it's a ritual. It's a chance to connect with neighbors at the grocery store, swap theories over tea, and share the collective thrill of a perfectly executed plot twist. As these characters navigate love, loss, and redemption, we do too, vicariously living each triumph and heartbreak. Looking ahead as April gives way to May, keep your eyes peeled for announcements about contract renewals and new cast additions. Will any former favorites return from the canvas? Might a fresh face inject new energy into Salem's storied streets? Stay tuned, because on Days of Our Lives, you never know who might walk through the town square next. So settle into your favorite chair, grab a cozy blanket, and prepare for a week of high drama, tender reunions, and the kind of storytelling that has kept generations of fans coming back day after day. Salem awaits, and its doors are always open to those who believe in love, justice, and the possibility of happy endings.